What's happening, everybody? Justin, Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube, Blockbuster_guy on Twitter, and it is that time of year again. It is time for the 2016 Bridgewater's Finest Movie Awards. I understand this is a sports channel. Sports content is what you guys come for. But once a year, at least once a year, I love to just step away from that for a second and deal with my other real true love, and that's movies. 2016 in movies was an interesting year. We had some really good ones, and I have some really good ones at the top. And there was a lot of mediocre this year. There were a lot of movies that you watched and you're like, okay, this was entertaining for the time that I'm watching it, but beyond that, I don't think this is going to have much of a life. And that was what a lot of film in 2016 was for me. I saw a lot of movies this year that they were fine for the time I was watching them, but pretty well as soon as I left the theater, I knew I was never going to watch that movie again. Now, if you've watched the movie awards in the past, you understand what's going to go on here. You know a bunch of the awards that I'm going to be giving out. As I mentioned on Twitter a few days ago, I removed the individual people awards, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director. I also removed the genre-specific movie awards, so Best Comedy, Best Action, things like that. The only reason I removed them was I didn't really feel confident in any kind of list or pick that I could give for those this year. Honestly, if I were going to give an award for Best Actor this year, I'd probably give it to Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's going to be no surprise if you've watched the awards in the past. Best Actress, I'd probably give it to Amy Adams, and I believe I've given it to her before. Best Director, it's just going to be the directors that I already love, Richard Linklater, Nicholas Winding Refn, and it's just going to be sort of the same thing over again from previous years. So I thought, why not get rid of it for the sake of time? Just keep it to the real meat, which is the movies themselves. So with that said, the first video you're going to come upon is my video for some of my personal favorite awards to give, and they're very unique to my awards. I can't believe I loved this movie, where I picked one movie that I was really surprised that I loved as much as I did. I can't believe I hated this movie, which is the exact opposite of that, of course. Movie I didn't think I was going to hate, but ended up hating. And then the I expected more and I expected less from these movies, where I choose 3 movies for each of those categories. That's going to be your next video. Tune in for that one. Thank you very much for tuning in one more year to the Bridgewater's Finest Movie Awards, this time for 2016, and let's get started.